Three, two,
Is to
one.
perform specific function and meet expected outcomes in their interpreting, generating, and organizing information from different sources, making judgment, explaining and drawing conclusion, presenting ideas concisely, and maintaining an appropriate register. Today's overall academic socialization show that ESL learners in English-speaking countries negotiate their identities and adopt to the expected roles and confusion of their academic community through uh, interacting with and gaining feedback from their peers and more experienced community member. Yeah, like Western culture. We know Western culture, and uh, in the world, Western culture is so is so famous and popular also. And yeah, because there is a EFL and yes, we analyzing the presentation of a group. That's all of a school student or a university student. There found that the students took multiple identity roles, multiple abilities, and multiple process.
For research procedure, 4-degree programs recognized by the Hong Kong government, including level 3 in English in the Hong Kong Diploma of Secondary Education, examination, or any other qualification equivalent to an overall band of 5.48 until 5.68 in the International English Language Testing System or IELTS. To graduate, all students at the college were required to complete 4 EAP courses which were designed to develop student basic academic literacy skills to facilitate their learning in content course. For research design needs analysis as a systematic way of identifying the specific set of skills, text, linguistic form, and communicative practice. And this particular group of learner must require is therefore in demand to regarded as the important procedure for effective EAP instruction and material design, while future research can be concluded on raising CC instructor awareness of the enhancing their skills in socializing and mentoring students. More research can be need on design instruction or EAP course that facilitate the transfer of learning to content course in the EFL context, particularly the ability to demonstrate and convey speaker original ideas and interpretation to the audience. Applying the findings of previous studies of EP, the unique features of the identified genre could be incorporated into the design of EAP instruction. For instance, the discourse analysis text, commonly used in the genre-based approach, example Burns 2010, could be used to draw student attention to the use of unique linguistic or discourse feature and their expected rules. The study participants were mostly senior undergraduate Chinese ESL students enrolled in advanced EAP course on academic speaking in Hong Kong College. They had all met the minimum admission requirement for degree programs recognized by the Hong Kong government. to graduate, all students at the college were required to complete 4 EAP courses, which were designed to develop students' basic academic literacy skills to facilitate their learning in content course. All participants in the study had completed 2 generic EAP courses in the first 2 years of their study as prerequisite for the advanced course. They were done from various undergraduate programs, namely language and communication, China study, global study, integrated business, gender, media and culture, and professional accounting. This article investigates the needs and challenges of giving academic presentations to students. APE use experience by a group of AFL students at a Hong Kong university. This analysis is urgently needed to explore student perspective and their CC introduction and their presentation competence. One of the findings realized just that: 1. Gaps between studious vendor and their CC stored in the understanding and the expected performance capabilities. 2. Gaps in student understanding of IP, performance requirement, and contact course. 3. Weakness in the use of language features and relevant discourse when expressed their own voice on a topic. These findings provide additional empirical support not only for the observation of previous studies on its learning competition in APE, but also for the need for a pedagogical model to develop APE competitions in ALF students. While this research focuses on general characteristics of a previous by CC introduced in the Hong Kong context, it is recognized that there may be variations in the specific aspect subskill across disciplines. Featured research can investigate the effect of the proposed activities model, its activities and its application to different student EAP disciplines and courses in the different ELF contexts.
So I'm gonna explain about things that could improve in study and additional experiment. The first thing there is competence in designing learning. Competence in designing learning designs relate to pedagogical competence. Lack of mastery pedagogy will be seen in the implementation of monotonous teaching. Many teachers focus on deliver the material so as to forget the achievement of goals. If this is the case, then teaching what is done is just a mere transfer of knowledge. Number 2, there is competence in conducting research. Competence in doing research is closely related to professional competence. With research, teachers can identify problems that occur in the teaching and learning process and find solutions to that problem. In addition, conducting research will improve the ability, critical thinking, and problem solving. These abilities are very important role in increasing the professionals of a teacher. Number 3, there is competence in English ability. To mastering English is very important because a lot of literature is written in English. And very good to be used as material to support the teaching profession, both in conduct research and design learning. In addition, English language skills needed because many computer applications and websites use English. And the additional experiment is free experiment. Teacher's experiment didn't provide instruction for carrying out the experiment in detail. In other words, students have to think more for themselves how to assemble that circuit, what must be observed, measured, and analyzed, and concluded with a free trial, challenging students to plan one's own experiments without being much influenced by the direction teacher, and can build student creativity. This study uses a guided experimental method where everything needed in the experiment had been planned by teacher.
Okay, in number 4, in my opinion, this research is good and provides good benefit. However, there are things that are lacking. Namely, 1, the analysis is not actual because only a student is tested, if possible, to test academic presentation skills. And from elementary school to college students, and then so that their abilities can be seen more, because student abilities usually differ according to their age. And number 2, the scope is wider because the research is only in Hong Kong, and if it is expanded from other countries, the result of the research will be more visible. Okay, maybe this is the last of our presentation, and thank you for your attention, and goodbye. See you, bye bye. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.